Welcome back to Lightning Health. Today we are talking all about carbs. Now, in my macronutrient video, I gave you an overview of what carbs are and why we need them. I may have even turned into a gremlin at one point. But today, we're gonna dive into the nitty-gritty about the different types of carbs and what they do to our body. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. I'm not a nutritionist. However, it's so important to me that the information I'm presenting is clear and factually correct. So, I asked my friend Megan, who's a nutritional therapist, to fact check my work, and she gave me her gold stamp of approval. Megan does online nutrition coaching, so if you are interested, you can check her out on Instagram. Now that we know that everything I say can be taken as law, let's get back to carbs. We've talked about this before, but carbs are our body's preferred energy source. When we eat carbs, our body breaks them down into sugar, which is used to fuel just about everything we do. From walking up the stairs, to digesting our food, to blinking our eyes. Our bodies are super smart. They were meant to break down carbs, but it's important to know that not all carbs are the same. Simple carbs are carbs that are broken down quickly into sugar. These carbs give you a quick boost and crash, and tend to throw your blood sugar levels all over the place. These carbs are generally responsible for weight gain, and here's why. Firstly, blood sugar spikes signal our body to release insulin, which causes glucose to enter our cells to be used as fuel, but any excess glucose is stored as fat. As if that's not bad enough, these blood sugar spikes cause us to crave and overeat. When we eat junk food, sugars, processed starches, fried food, that blood sugar spike sends signals to our brain to encourage us to eat more, which is like f***ed up. These refined carbs, I know, such a bougie name for a food that's bad for us. Like, I'm eating refined carbs because I'm refined. Anyway, just to reiterate, these refined carbs include white starches, sugars, basically any junk food you can imagine. You know this. Maybe you didn't know the specifics, but you know that these foods are bad for you. So this shouldn't be a big surprise. Now, complex carbs are carbs that are broken down into sugar slowly. They give us sustained energy and allow our body to gradually release insulin so that we can keep our blood sugar level. These carbs are mostly derived from plant products, so think vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. When we say that 45 to 65% of our diet is carbs, these are the carbs that we want to include. We can get really specific about the quality of our carbs through something called the glycemic index, which basically ranks how fast carbs are digested. You can definitely Google that info, because it's super fun. But I'm gonna keep it simple. We talk about processed foods all the time. Simple carbs are generally more processed. Complex carbs are generally less processed. Basically, I want you to ask yourself, how long did it take for this food to get from a farm, that was pretty good, to your fork? Farm to fork. If you can think of quite a few steps there, it's probably a simple carb. Now, tons of weight loss trends are focused on low carb. Keto, Whole30, Atkins, they're not new. But before you decide to go low carb, let me give you my 2 cents. I don't think low carb diets are sustainable. Some of these diets ask you to cut your carb intake to less than 5%. And while you could do this for a few weeks, I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm looking for something that you can do for the rest of your life. So not only do I find low carb diets unsustainable, but I've tried going low carb many times and ended up feeling like garbage. I'm exhausted all day. I have shitty workouts. I'm in a bad mood. I don't even get to eat good food. Not worth my time. We've already mentioned this, but vegetables are carbs. And a lot of those diets say that you can eat as many vegetables as you want because they don't count. But the issue is that we don't. When we eat keto, we don't focus on getting enough vegetable carbs. We focus on getting enough fat. And when we don't get that amazing fiber from plant products, that affects our gut health and our mental health. Yes, you heard that right. Eating good carbs absolutely has a positive effect on your mental health. But more on that in a future video. So we have options. We can go low carb because if done correctly, it absolutely can help you lose weight because our bodies can adapt to burning fat as fuel. Or we can focus on the quality of the carbs that we do eat. When we are deliberate about eating complex carbs that are slow to digest, that provide sustained energy, that don't push excess glucose into our cells to be stored as fat, carbs are an amazing way to fuel our bodies. I'm gonna leave you with a nice little metaphor just to hit the point home. You just bought a Porsche and they tell you it takes premium fuel. You're not gonna put unleaded gas in there and hope for the best, because that's gonna trash the car. You are the Porsche. You need premium fuel, and that fuel is complex carbs. Wow, you are so welcome for that metaphor. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel for future workout and nutrition videos, and stay tuned for proteins and fats.